What's up, boat lovers? We're back at it again over here in South Florida. We're taking care of a 55-foot Viking, 1999, and has some Glendinning issues. Customer turns on the system just goes into a beautiful Christmas tree. So no way to pull alarms, no way to do anything. So now we're here to determine what's causing this. So stay tuned. Alright guys, this boat is equipped with a smart actuator, one system with mechanical backup. This has been updated. Hasn't been updated by me, but I've been on this boat a few times. So now we're going to go ahead and turn on the control system. And normally if we do get an alarm, it should come on here. So this thing is, the ignition is on, but it's taken 15 seconds for it to come on. So now that tells me that the system is not communicating at all with this. So now we have all four lights. We're not able to take on any alarms off of this. So even though we might put the handles in forward to try to pull the alarm, we're still not communicating. So the basic thing that we normally like to do is we like to eliminate control heads. So we're going to start with the upper station, and instead of just disconnecting it, if it's daisy chain from upstairs down to here, all you have to do is just disable it, the second station from here. So a lot of times the second station will cause this issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to go behind this panel, take off the second station and try it. And then if that doesn't work, then we're going to do a process of elimination by checking each control head and each actuator. So let's do that. Already disconnected the tower control head from the touchpad back there. Now, the rule of thumb is to have two terminating resistors online, but you could eliminate just the tower for the temporary basis, and the system will run with one terminating resistor. But what we end up doing is we disconnected the tower. Now this is the only station that is commanded, and we're still getting a timeout alarm. So we're going to turn it on now. This system should come live, and it's not coming live. So it's going to time out in 15 seconds. And when that does that, that's telling us that either the starboard side is not communicating with this unit here, and it's not. So we either have a bad touchpad or we have a situation with the starboard actuator or port actuator. We'll let you know what's happening now. Okay, so now we're at the starboard side. The starboard side is the one that initiates the whole system. So if we had a problem with the port side, the system will still come alive, but with a communication or some sort of an alarm saying that the actuator is not working. But the system is completely going into a dead state, which is that it's not communicating with the starboard side, nor it's not communicating with the touchpad. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to verify that you have the correct voltage and the system is turning on. So you pull the power plug off. We have our meter here. We set it for DC. There's two power inputs. 1 and 2 is positive, and 3 is negative, or 4 is negative. Yes. Okay, so we got 26 volts there. We go to our next leg, and we got 26 volts there. So we know that that's correct. All right, so now what we have to do is to find out if when we initiate the setup sequence on here, to find out if the actuator comes alive. So what you do is you press the red and the black buttons 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So now we know that the actuator is working. But now the only thing is, okay, so we know that those 2 steps are correct. Now, as soon as we disconnect this and plug it back in, it'll automatically reset, but it's still timing out. It's not talking. Either the CAN circuit from the starboard actuator is not talking to the touchpad, or we might have a situation with the touchpad if you notice down here, these have the field service connectors. They're nice and tight. I've already been on this boat and I've already replaced it because these things corroded. So I know that there's no water in there. I've already inspected them. I took them out and I know that they're in good shape. So there's another way that you could do it by using a network device to actually test this to find out if they're shorted. But I know that this is the serial communication to the port side, so I'm not worried about this one. This one is good and the other one is good. So the only thing that I see is there's some corrosion here. I don't know if water built up inside here or got into the panel that could have done some damage to the main circuit board, or we might have a situation with the touchpad. So due to the situation that I'm in right now, okay, I didn't know exactly what I was coming to, and I didn't have service units ready to come. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna return to the boat prepared. We're gonna bring 2 actuators. We're gonna bring one for the port side, one for the starboard side, and we're gonna bring another touchpad. So, and then we're gonna determine what's gonna happen with that. So, but I have a feeling that all the issues might be just with that touchpad, or we might have a problem with the main circuit board inside here. So, there is an internal fuse in here, just to want to let you know, but if the internal fuse was bad, we won't get any lights up there. So I know that the CAN circuit, there is a problem with the CAN circuit. So like I said, it either is with the touchpad or with the starboard actuator. So stay tuned for our next episode, and like always, leave all your comments on the bottom and like and subscribe.